Here's a long signal that we notified our followers on Instagram and YouTube and Telegram. We did a session specifically on gold. I said look for new buying on the 4-hour chart. How's it going, fellow traders? Magic Trader here. And this is your latest CFTC data that was released on April 2nd, 2024. Actually, it just came out on Friday, but this was recorded April 2nd, 2024. It's nice to have you back. Thanks for joining me once again. And as always, let's start by taking a look at some of the data. Here's a snapshot of the data that recently came out. And as you can see, the biggest change that we got, as you know, I always like to look at the change column. And the biggest change is right here, folks. That's the S&P 500 plus 186,000. That's extremely bullish. Extremely bullish. Bonds bearish, market bullish, and yeah, that's something to start to show off. So again, welcome. Let's start off by taking a look at gold. What do we see with gold? Very strong. Look at that. Last 2 weeks, very strong. Look at the candles being created on the monthly chart. Extremely strong. And we look at positions. What do we see? They've been adding their to their long positions. 264, 283, then it dropped down to 278, dropped down to 265. Then they pumped it back up again to 281. So we've been talking at the school about the long signal on gold, and it's getting there. It's not quite there, but it's getting there, and it's looking pretty good. So we will inform our members when the long signal is there. A lot of people were curious, should we be buying here? I don't like to be buying as price is making all-time highs. I like there to be the proper long signals first, and then we like to jump on board. But if we take a look at the coloration of the cells here, we can see that they are slowly becoming a little bit more bullish, which is good because back here it was a little bit more neutral, and back here it was bearish. So bearish, neutral, now getting a little bit into the bullish territory. So it hasn't yet given us the signal, like I said, so I am just holding off to see how things are going to play out. Retail traders right now, they're about 65% short, right? 65% short. And if we take a look here at gold, you can see 65% short. Down here at the lows, just recently, they were 60% short. So they're adding shorts as price was rallying up. Here's a long signal that we notified our followers on Instagram and YouTube and Telegram. We did a session specifically on gold. I said look for new buying on the 4-hour chart, and I would take long positions based off of that. So that was the signal there, 2265. So it's gotten as high as 2330, and we'll see what continues to take place. So 65, retail traders are adding shorts when price is heading higher. So can this continue going higher? Yeah, it's definitely possible to continue going higher. But after 2 long candles on the monthly chart, I'd be a little bit suspicious of momentum coming to an end soon. Okay, so that is gold. Let's take a look at oil. Oil's been extremely strong, extremely strong. Look at the long and short percentage. Okay, look at the bias. It's definitely bullish. How do we know? Well, look at the coloration of the cells. Very green. They used to be neutral back here with a tinge of bearishness, but ever since we contacted that demand area down here, it's been nothing but a slow and steady rally to the upside. Look at long positions, okay? Just a slight increase, but constant increase. 350s, 360s, 76, 392. Look at short positions. Do you think the banks are concentrating on shorts right now? Not in the least. They are very cooled off, right? So there's no reason to suspect that momentum will shift in any other direction except for it to continue higher. That's what we're seeing, all right? US dollar. This one's an interesting one. We see a slight tinge of bearishness here. If you look at short positions getting a little bit aggressive right here as price was rallying. Very strange. And the really interesting thing is that when we look at the rest of the dollar pairs, we're not seeing bearishness. We're seeing more bullishness. So there's something going on here. I'm not too sure about what's going on, but it's very strange behavior. We look at the coloration of the cells here under long and short percentages, and we can see that there's clearly a bearish bias based on the positions. But I'm not focusing too much on the US dollar for direction with dollar pairs. So I'm just recognizing that there's something odd taking place here with the numbers. But besides that, I'm not really focusing too much of my attention on the US dollar. Aussie, what I do see here is that they've been aggressive with shorts. They've been doing that for quite some time. And they are going through a distribution of positions through this bearish phase here. Okay, you can see distribution because they're reducing their shorts. 145, 139, 137. Not a massive amount, but a slight amount. Still something to be watchful of. Okay, retail traders were they're about 59% short right now, 59% short, and we can take a look at the 4-hour chart and we can see what's taking place. 59% short up here, not much more to see, and yeah, the last area of buying was recently removed, so we could see some downside pressure definitely build over time. Okay. All right, let's take a look now at USCAD. So as I was saying with the US pairs, we're seeing bullishness, right? Not bearishness. So look at long positions. Look how aggressive long positions are. 42, 62, 82, 88, 95, aggressive bullishness. Okay? Look at the cells here. Right? They went from bullishness to a little bit of neutral and now bullishness again. So what is this telling us? It's telling us that the likely scenario here is we're going to see more pressure to the upside continue. Okay, that's the US CAD. So bullishness on the dollar is what we're seeing. Retail traders are about 78% short. 78% short, and we can flip over to the US CAD real quick and take a look. 78% short, and interesting thing is, as you can see, we have a supply area located here on the chart, and as you can see, price has recently penetrated through it, so over time we could definitely see bullish pressure continue on this chart. Okay, let's move on to the next one, and this is the US Swiss. Again, look at the long column here. Okay, you see the bullishness there? Look at shorts. Yes, they added a little bit to their shorts, 16 to 21, but it's nothing as steady and consistent as what we're seeing with the longs. Okay, so again, by looking at that, looking at how retail traders, or sorry, the institutions came in here with buying at their demand zone, it's been nothing but steady and a nice proportional increase in positions and in candlesticks. So bias is continued move to the upside. Okay, you can clearly see the bullish bias coming into play. Neutral, bullish. Look at net positions as well. Just a slow, steady increase. Very nice. This is what we like to see when we look at positions. Retail traders, 81% short. Okay, 81% short. So they're shorting as price is rallying. Next, Euro US dollar. This was a big one. Very, very big one. You know, I like to trade this one, and we already had 2 very successful trades on this one, where we add and add and add, sometimes off of 15-minute zones. Our precise and accurate entries have been just phenomenal. Totally pinpoint accuracy with these trades. Been crazy. Been a crazy one. So we're expecting over time for price to decline, and so we're looking for evidence to support either a move to the upside or to the downside. But recently what we've been seeing is evidence to support that longs are being closed off. Okay, just with this latest set of data, they increased them. But there's been a slowly, steady decrease in long positions. And shorts, look at the increase, okay? Slow, steady increase. You look at the net positions, what do you see? Slow, steady decrease. Look, positives, down, down, down. Now we're at 16, plus 16, all right? And look at the coloration of these cells here. They used to be green. Nice bright green down here at the bottom, slowly getting darker and darker and darker. So this is exactly what I want to see for a momentum to shift to the downside, because it starts early with their positions and then eventually you'll see it kick into gear, excuse me, with their positions and the price action. So let's look at retail traders, shall we? Let's go over to the Euro-US dollar 4-hour chart. What do we see? We see downside pressure beginning off the week. Okay. Look at retail traders. They were aggressive with their shorts back here. Aggressive, aggressive. So the banks drop price, just like they always do whenever they get super aggressive with shorts. They find a reason to offload those shorts for longs, and then price starts to drop. And that's the latest significant move that has taken place on the euro. So now we're at 77%. So we'll see what happens. We have a bearish bias, like I said, and we'll continue to monitor that one very closely. So let's take a look now at the pound. They were super aggressive with longs, but over the last few weeks, they've been closing their positions. Okay. This past week, they increased it just like we just recently saw, but overall, we've been seeing a decline, all right? And shorts, they're not really focused on shorts right now. They started to slowly increase them, but they're not really focused that heavily on shorts. The bias right now, just by looking at the coloration of the cells, is bullish, but it has been for some time, okay? No strong early indications of any type of momentum shifts as of yet. But if we look at retail traders, you can see they're 52% short right now. So they're not really, they don't have a bias in any direction. US dollar, Japanese yen. Look at longs. Incredible. Just incredible. Look how aggressive their positions are. 198,000. What are their all-time maximum positions that they've reached? 237. So there's still room. There's still room to add to those long positions. Shorts, are they focused on shorts? No, and we've been pointing that out for a very long time. Bullish bias is very clear, as you can see here, and look at net positions just crawling and crawling higher and higher and higher. Okay, and we're just toying with the edge of this area of supply at this point. Retail traders, they're 73% short right now. Okay, 73% short. So they're not doing much as of this moment right now. But if you remember some of our previous videos, we were pointing out how they were aggressive with their shorts, or starting to become aggressive with their shorts, but it never reached into the 80s or 90s, as you could tell. And so price has just been continuing to coast sideways ever since then, but holding price really nicely. This could have dropped a lot more, and it didn't. As the euro was rallying quite significantly, we had price just holding off here and not really dipping at all. So very interesting. Keep an eye on this one. I do have a bullish bias, obviously, just like with the other dollar pairs. We see bullishness, and I do have a bullish bias on the US dollar, Japanese yen. Okay, folks, let's look at the Kiwi now. The Kiwi. Longs, not much going on. Shorts, they're increasing their shorts here, as you can see. For a few weeks in a row, they went from neutral territory into somewhat aggressive territory. We look at the coloration of the cells here. You're starting to see a little bit of bearishness. So does that mean price is going to drop? Well, it's hard to say. I do have a bearish bias on this one, but the positions are just showing me 3 weeks in a row of increasing. That's nothing super aggressive, but bearish bias nonetheless. Retail traders, 54% long. They're probably going to continue to add long as price declines. Okay, that is the likely scenario. All right, folks, that is it. Thank you once again for joining me. Really appreciate it. Leave your comments down below. Leave your likes. I love reading your comments. They always make my day. I really appreciate your kind support. And yeah, that's it. Tomorrow, the eclipse. I think I'm going to check it out. Anyways, you take care. Have a good one. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.